Hi, I'm Riley, and I'm going to talk about our approach to the integration of uh, each group member's ideas for this project. So initially, we brought everyone's index cards in from assignment 3, and we put them onto one storm board, and took every idea out of all the index cards and tried to organize them in some sort of way. It was kind of difficult because there's so many different ideas on there, and each of us kind of had a different approach to what we would define as an idea. Some of us got very detailed, some of us kept it more high level, more broad, so it was kind of difficult to organize them. We got rid of any redundancy and removed any ideas that came up too often. Um, for example, Musharraf was mentioned like 20 times, and some of them were just not very specific, so we removed those ones. We removed anything that was really redundant. From there, we tried to organize them into rough categories for the index cards, which again was very difficult to do because we all took a different approach on this. So we found that the best way to organize our ideas and integrate them was to take a character or an actor, if you will, like Bhutto or Masood or Musharraf, and throw all the ideas that are related to that person into one index card. So we ended up getting four main areas: Masood, Musharraf, Bhutto, and then Bhutto's family, and that took care of a majority of the ideas. And then from there, we had a lot of characters or actors left over, so we threw it together in others involved index card, and that took care of a lot of the extra ideas that were left out in the open. And then we also have other details, which are basically an extension of others involved, only it's more specific, more focused on processes. For example, you can see suicide bomb after shots or Taliban active in area. These are, more broad ideas that are basically just details and not actors. So again, it was our first step was really just getting rid of redundancy. That was the biggest challenge, and finding a way to organize them. Thank you.
Hi, this is Luke from ISIN 301 Group 2, and I'm going to be talking about point 2 about how we resolve conflicting ideas. So, we had a group of 3, so we had a lot of ideas coming in, which was really helpful. And we actually didn't have too many conflicting ideas, which was really helpful, which was surprising too, because with our group of 3, we had so many different ideas coming in. But if we did have a conflicting idea, what we did is we went back to the article that we have where we got our information from, and we looked at the facts, and we chose the one that was most fitting and most suitable and the most truth behind it that fit the fact that we were trying to convey. But like I said, we didn't actually have too many conflicting ideas, but we did have a lot of ideas coming in, which is a really good thing for brainstorming. So with the amount of information that we had coming in, there were different ideas that some people had and some people didn't have, just because there's so much information that goes in with this case study. With the information that we had, we were able to come up with a couple hypotheses that we felt were pretty that had really high potential for being the truth. And it was very interesting to have this many people. I think it really helped with our hypothesis in the end. Next, Lauren will be talking about the categories that we came up with and for the index cards and why we came up with those categories specifically.
Thanks, Luke, for the introduction. So as Reilly previously stated, we grouped our ideas based on their similarities. So right here we have all of Masood's characteristics and details pertaining to him. Then Musharraf's are right here. And then we were able to come up with two categories for Bhutto's. One was related information, and then another one was mainly family-based. Then we had a category for others involved, which basically you think of other suspects within her assassination. And then we have another category of other details, which is basically random details from the article itself. So we did get a lot of redundant ideas because we did have 3 people contributing to this assignment. So we got rid of them, the redundant ideas, and it made our workspace much more productive. And from there, we made our hypotheses, which are over here. So many of our hypotheses were the same, mainly because of work on the previous assignments and from the actual article. So as you can see, the hypotheses also relate to our categories. For example, right here we have Massad's hypothesis, and it relates to the details that are in his category. Same with Musharraf's. Then there is a couple of hypotheses regarding the others involved category, for example, the police, Al-Qaeda, and the Interior Ministry. And then we also have one based on Bahuto's family category. Now, in the end, I don't know if we meant to make our hypotheses relate to our categories the way we did, but it ended up being a happy coincidence and everything worked out for the best. Thank you for watching our video and have a great day.